Hello students, let's learn the equation of motion by tossing a ball or dropping a ball from a height, and you will be able to understand why we use equations of motion. Where do we use equation of motion? So these equations of motions are applicable in accelerated motion or uniform retardation. Here you can see this boy is throwing the ball with certain initial velocity. Here the velocity is not equal to 0. It is having some value, certain value of initial velocity. But while dropping a ball, when we drop a ball, the ball comes down. What is the velocity on the top? We have already discussed that the velocity of the ball on the top is 0. When we are dropping anything, the velocity is 0, means initial velocity is 0. On reaching ground, it acquires certain velocity in time t. Means here the ball is having what type of motion? Acceleration, uniform acceleration. Here also you can watch, this player is throwing a ball. It is having some initial velocity. Here the initial velocity is not 0, but on reaching maximum height, the velocity becomes 0. This is the final velocity while throwing a ball. Dropping a ball, initial velocity is 0 and it gains some velocity on falling to the ground. On reaching the ground it has. So this type of motion is called as uniform acceleration or uniform retardation. Here you cannot find out the velocity, final velocity or initial, just by observing the motion of the ball. So how can you find out? How can we calculate this velocity? You can find out the acceleration, you can find out initial velocity, final velocity, time, in how much time it returns back to the ground, and total distance covered by. We can use these equations of motion. Followed. When the object is not having acceleration, then simply how can you find out the velocity? You all know velocity is equal to displacement upon time. But if an object is having uniform acceleration or uniform retardation, we can't use this formula for calculating the velocity of the ball. So we have to calculate it indirectly by using these equations of motion. We have three equations of motion which are applicable for uniform acceleration and uniform retardation. So this is first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. Second equation of motion, this is third equation of motion. How can we derive these equations of motion graphically? For that we have to consider a hypothesis. Let us consider that an object moving with initial velocity u and acquires velocity v in time t. How can we plot this graph? Take time along x-axis and v along velocity along y-axis. The object is having some initial velocity u and it is gaining velocity in time t. This is time t is equal to here 0 and this is time t. In time t it acquires a velocity of b. So what we'll do? Draw a perpendicular line over x-axis and another perpendicular line over this BE. Followed? Now here you have to find out the first equation, v is equal to u plus at. Followed? And you know what is acceleration? Acceleration is the slope of the graph. Acceleration is given by slope of the graph, that is BD. It can be calculated by, what is BD? Rise, this is rise, upon run, that's the time is running. Follow? So this acceleration, you all know the formula. Acceleration is change in velocity upon time. Graphically, what is the change in? This is u and this much whole is v. OC is v and OD is u. So this is the change in velocity, that is AB. Upon AD, this is the time. AD on x-axis become equal to OE. So you can write here what is AB? AB is equal to OC minus this OD. OC minus OD upon AD is taken, all the distances we are taken, all the values we are taking along x-axis or y-axis. So AD is OE. So OC minus OD upon OE. What is OC? OC is equal to V, this much, and OD is U, this is U, and OE is T. So you get V minus U is equal to AT, or V is equal to U plus AT. So this is the first equation of motion. Next, second equation of motion. Here also we'll take, what is second equation? S is equal to ut plus half at square plus half at square. So let us consider here also the same hypothesis. Let us consider an object moving with velocity u and acquires a velocity v in time t. How can you plot a graph? Again, draw straight line using a scale. Here we'll take time. This is t is equal to 0. U is equal to also 0. It is moving with certain initial velocity, and in time t, this is t, it reaches a velocity v. So this is v in time t. So draw this perpendicular line, and on y-axis you can also draw. This is the rise in velocity. This is u, this is v. So this graph you get. So let us label this. This is O, OC, OD, B, a perpendicular AD. Followed? So here in second equation we are finding out the displacement. You know, displacement in VT graph, how you find out? It is displacement is given by area under the graph. So what graph it is having? This is what is this figure? Trapezium. So you know, all of you, what is the area of the trapezium? It is half into sum of two parallel sides. What are the sum? This is one parallel side OD plus second parallel side, this one, and BT. You can label it E, BE, BE into height. What is the height of this trapezium? AD. Or you get S is equal to half OD is equal to U plus what is BE? BE is V into AD is equal to T. AD is equal to T. On simplification, you will get U plus V. V can be written as U plus AT because we don't need V here. In the second equation, we have to calculate distance in terms of U and acceleration. So this is S is equal to half U. What is V from first equation? You know, V is equal to U plus AT. So we will put this value over here into T. Now open the bracket. Half into U plus U is equal to 2U plus AT into T. T is multiplied throughout. What you get? Half is equal to S is equal to half. This is 2U T plus half AT square. T is multiplied throughout. So 2UT plus AT square. So 2 cancel. What you get? S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So this is the second equation of motion. Now third equation of motion. Again we'll take the same hypothesis that an object is moving with initial velocity u. In time t, it reaches a velocity v. So draw these perpendicular lines and you will get this figure trapezium. Again, v square is equal to u square is equal to 2as, velocity position equation. Right? You get velocity, acceleration, displacement. T is not here, time. So again, what is S? S is given by the area of trapezium. Which area? ODABE. What is the area of trapezium? Half into sum of parallel sides into height. Sum of parallel sides into height. This is sum of parallel side and into height. That is the distance between two parallel side, or you can say height of the trapezium. So you get S is equal to half. What is two parallel side? OD and BE into OE, that is the height. S is equal to same equation you got. Now in the third equation we don't require time, so instead of time we will put it value. Again from first equation, v is equal to u plus at, or you get t is equal to v minus u upon a. So you will put the value of time instead of this t. So what you get? S is equal to half u plus v into, what is the value of t? V minus u by a, and simplify. So S is equal to 2a into v plus u plus v minus u. This is in the form a plus b into a minus b. So what is a plus b into a minus b? You get the value a square minus b square. So this is 2as into v plus u into v minus u, that is v square minus. So here you are having v plus u into v minus u. So this is v square minus u square. So 2as is equal to v square minus u square, or v square minus u square is equal to 2as. This is the third equation of motion. So you have derived graphically all the three equations of motions. Next we'll do the numericals based on these equations of motion, which are very important for in view of examinations. Thank you.